Okay. It's a brand new Hits of It morning crew. It's Ian, Arnold, and RD, and joining us in the studio, probably the two toughest men that we know right now. Cameron Average and Mark Eady, stunt performers.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
Thank you. Good to be here. Thank you for asking us in.
Nice. Now, what are you guys doing in Malaysia? What brings you all the way here?
Well, we're building a theme park at Ipoh. It's called MAPS, Movie Animation Park Studios. It's an international themed theme park. If you wanted to compare it to a local or somewhere closer, it'd be like Universal Studios in Singapore. And it's an animation theme park, so all the attractions, all the rides, all the shows have an animation feel to it, and even our stunt show, which is going to be the feature attraction.
Nice. And Cameron, are you actually going to be in this, or were you helping with the choreography? Or?
No. I've just been brought in to train these guys up for the stunt show, because one of the unique things from this show is that we're going to train local Malaysian stunt men and women to do the show. So, usually a show like this, we'd get guys from Australia or wherever, that have had experience with doing this kind of thing. And we might do it for a couple of years and then hand it over, but we've challenged ourselves to train from scratch on this one.
How long do you have? Sorry, Arnold. How long to train them?
Well, we're looking at a mid next year opening of the park. So, I'll probably be coming back in December, and then it'll be a 4-month plus training process.
And you've identified who you're going to be training? Like the stuntmen have actually come up, or are you still in the process?
No,
Well,
we're
that's
in
the rub, you see. There are no
Yeah.
stunt performers really here that we can choose from. There are some, but they're well established. So we need to find people, men and women out there in the community, who want to forge a career in stunt performing, and we will train those people.
Wow, so this is like a casting call in a way as well.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, go for the details, Mark. Tell them, because people could be interested in it right now. Where do they go? Where do they sign up? And what do they need to have credentials-wise?
The first place to go to would be our website, mapsparak.com, and on that website you'll see a recruitment button, and it's all there. There's an online form to fill out. Fill out the form. I fully encourage anybody listening that is vaguely interested in knowing more, fill out that form. We will be in touch and set up an interview. We're looking for 120 people to put through our stunt training academy. That starts in September. The training is free, and the reason we're doing that is because there is no stunt community here. So it'll be great to have a look at who's interested in finding out more at the Stunt Training Academy, and then we will invite 60 people from there to audition for our show, and between 17 and 25 lucky men and women will be then given full-time or part-time jobs entertaining people.
Wow. And like, what kind of stunt shows can we expect? Like car chases or?
Yeah. It's predominantly precision driving, and there'll be stunt riding as well in it, and then a lot of physical stunts as well. So it'll be a mix of everything.
Okay, cool. What's your favorite stunt, by the way?
I like to drive cars, obviously, but I think my favourite stunt has been probably doing car crashes on Mad Max. The new film that's just come
Let's
out.
talk about Mad Max a little bit. I mean, it's a sick film, and how did it feel to be on the set for that, man? That's a huge film, actually.
It was an awesome job. It really was. It was 7 months in the Namibia desert, and we got to drive cars and ride bikes every day, and I was hanging out there with 20 or 30 of my friends that also do stunts. So it was an awesome job for me, and it was every day there was something different. We were always doing stunts, so it's a once in a lifetime job for a stuntman. Really, it's a dream.
You kept busy with it, and obviously Pirates of the Caribbean too. But how did you get into this, Cameron? What made you want to be a stuntman?
Well, it wasn't really something that I ever thought that I would do. To be honest with you, I finished my schooling, and I got accepted into university doing a Bachelor of Business, but I needed a year off. I decided to defer for a year, and a friend of mine was working in a theme park on the Gold Coast, and I came out there and worked, and I had auditions come up for the stunt show there, and at the time the stunt coordinator valued people that could follow direction and were team players over maybe people who had driving experience and things like that before. So fortunately I got the job, and I've been doing that ever since. Cancelled my university degree, and not that I want anyone out there
Stay at school, kids. Stay at school.
Mark, do you reckon like stunt men get all the ladies? You reckon?
Oh, absolutely. Not me, of course. But look, it's a good lifestyle. You can walk down the street and people recognise you from the stunt show. Often being asked to pose for photos, and so it's a pretty good life.
Okay, wow, okay, because I need some advice because I'm very, very good at getting into trouble with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
So is there any stunt that maybe I can do to kind of impress her and just kind of settle things down?
You're looking for a party stunt.
Well, didn't learn how to cry.
I'll work on that.
I mean, do you get that often? That people asking you, okay, Cameron, you're a stuntman. Show us something. Present us with a stunt.
Yeah. I've had that a couple of times at parties. You know, they find
Yeah.
out what you do, and they're like, okay, we'll do a stunt. And I'll say, well, what do you do? And they're like, I'm an accountant. Well, you do my books, and I'll do a stunt for you.
Okay, good. You're ready with that.
But I'm sure that there's been like so many crazy stunts that you've done, right? I mean, is there a particular one that you will never do again?
No, because you know, long gone are the days of the gung ho sort of stuntman that throws themselves into things and doesn't know what's going to happen. This day and age, it's very much an industry of calculated risk. So, you know, we take the time to rehearse and train and eliminate all the big risks involved with a stunt. So, you know, there's bumps and bruises and things like that, but nothing that I've done I wouldn't repeat and do again.
Do you just talk about that a little bit? Because I think people have this idea that stuntman, you have to get injured. You have to be able to take a fall from 40 feet.
Yeah.
But now you're talking about calculated risk.
Yeah. Well, that's what we want people to think.
Yeah.
When
I see.
they come to see a stunt show, you want to see that and you know, be genuinely worried for people, and you know, it's exciting. But really, especially with a stunt show, like on a film and TV set, you can take a few more risks because you might only have to get that one take, and you know, you don't have to repeat it. But with a live show, we have to repeat it up to 5 times a day. So we really take our time to train these guys and design the stunts and develop the stunts so that they are repeatable. So it's completely safe. Like the show, I met Mark on a stunt show that on the Gold Coast, and that ran for 17
years.
and over 17,000 shows, and no one got seriously injured on that show.
Wow.
Just bumps and bruises and things, you know. That
We dented a
normally
couple
happen.
of cars and along the way, but you know.
Yeah, we can stand to lose a few.
Yeah.
More, man.
I mean, like, well, speaking about cars, Cameron, what you said before was that one of your favorite stunts is to be inside a car. So I'm pretty sure you've done it, but I'm just going to ask the question anyway. I mean, you've crashed into cars before,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So what are some of the questions that goes through your mind just before you want to crash into this car?
Well, the funny thing is a lot of the times for me, you know, leading up to doing the stunts, it does run through your mind that you're thinking about how it's going to play out and all that kind of thing. But you know, right before you go, for me, I start worrying about the little details. Like this one crash I had to do on Mad Max. It was with another car, and I had a button in the car that I had to press. An explosion went off in the back of the car that flipped my car in a front flip.
Yeah.
There's another car next to me that had to do the same thing, except they went the other way. But we had to hit at this specific spot in the ground, and we both had to go at the same time. And so that was the one thing that worried me the most. So as I, you know, leading up to it, I was just constantly obsessive compulsively pressing the button, you know, having a look at where the button was and checking my gears, and I was so worried that I wasn't going to get it right, because obviously, you know, if you mess it up, they can't use a shot. And
So
that was,
he did get it right, and so when the car's in the air having exploded, he's saying, "Oh, thank goodness for that."
that's exactly right. To be honest with you, I remember being in the air and going, "Oh, thank
Goodness.
thank goodness I hit that button."
It's unreal. But just want to go back to what you said just now. I mean, he's already established. You know, he was just mentioning Mad Max and all that, Pirates of the Caribbean. It must obviously feel good to say that you're part of these movies. Now, we have no community here, like you're saying just now. How do you plan to set that up? Like in Malaysia, whereby people know that there's, you know...
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the Stunt Training Academy is, we're looking to establish that on a yearly basis.
Yeah.
Now, that academy will give us a very valuable breeding ground, if you like, of stunt trainers, men and women, that we can choose for our recruitment purposes. But if what happened in Australia happens here, a really valuable spin-off of that academy will be that more people become trained, and then they also get jobs in the local TV and film industry. Because if you've got the people here trained up, then producers from America and elsewhere are going to want to employ local stunt performers rather than bring those expensive performers in from the States.
Yeah, because Malaysia, we feature great small-sized people. I don't think you can have anywhere else in the world where we have people pint-sized who can do the things that we can do. What do you reckon, guys?
It's true.
We're proud
It
of
is sad but true.
I have seen that on the roads of Malaysia.
Yeah, everyone has that mentality, but we won't go too much tonight. We want to know what's your opinion on WWE? Because we worked with them last year and we saw the stunts that they did. Stunts.
Yeah.
They
Well,
did.
you know, they get a bit of flack, you know,
Yeah,
from
yeah.
people because, you know, they see it as fake or whatever. But to be honest with you, that there's some big guys throwing themselves around and doing some pretty cool stuff. Like
Yeah.
to be honest with you, when I watch it, like I don't really get too caught up with the theatrics of it and
Yeah.
everything. But as far as stunts go, like you know, they're pretty tough, those guys, and they definitely do some impressive things for the size of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge dudes. Are you a fan, Mark?
Oh, they put on a good show. I like to look at it from an entertainment perspective,
Yeah.
you know. And when you mix that and you've obviously creating in a really great, entertaining way,
Yeah.
then it resounds to an audience, and that's why they're so popular, I think.
Yeah, because that's really big here. It's probably the number one sport. If you have it. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about what's going to be at MAPS?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Well, it's an animation theme park. It's the first of its kind in the world, so it's quite unique for Malaysia. All the entertainment will have a animation theme. DreamWorks is our biggest IP, so we've got Cruise, Megamind,
Yeah.
Peabody and Sherman, Casper, and a whole zone of DreamWorks IP. Dark rides, roller coasters, theatres, and all that kind of thing. We also MAPS will be the home of Bobo Boy. We've got the Smurfs in there, so it's an international theme park. So we're really excited about creating it, and it'll be open to the general public May 2016.
Wow.
Sweet. So that's about a year away, man.
Why do they have it in Ipoh though?
Good question. Well, you know, and I asked the same question when I first came on board, but it's pretty strategically placed. 90% of the people that will come to the park, even though it's an international theme park, will be locals. 80%. So 20% internationals, but that percentage will build over the year. But so it's very well placed. An hour and a half from Penang, 2 hours from KL, and of course a huge demographic of families in around Ipoh.
Yeah,
Cool.
You got the north and south. He's selfish. He just wants everything to be near him.
Yeah.
Because we're big theme park fans. You can expect us to be there.
Yeah,
next
good.
year at the launch. Okay, remember that date, 26th?
Let's
That'll be
do it.
16th, right?
26th.
Oh, 26th of May.
Yeah.
We haven't got the date in May, but it will
Yeah.
be May 2016. Yeah.
Ah,
All right,
okay.
2016, right.
2016.
I'm making things up by myself. All right,
I
guys.
thought
is
you'd
it-
heard something I hadn't.
Yeah, I noticed you were stunned. I was like, please let me get that right. Is there anything else you want to say? I mean, let's make another push for all the people who want to join this stunt community, which
Yeah.
hasn't started yet.
Okay, mapsparak.com. Please go to the website, read up about the park, go to recruitment button, fill out the online form. Even if you want to know more about the stunt industry, let us know who you are, and we'll be in touch with you.
Sweet, nice
And
one.
I'd just like to say, even if you think that you're not right for the job, you know, if you've got a love of performing, if you think that that's something that you really want to do, then come along, because you just never know.
Sweet.
Cool.
All right.
Ba-
man.
based on just like judging by looking at us, who do you think would be a really good stunt performer?
The funniest would be you.
Thanks, Mark.
You know what?
Thank
Should we
you.
just leave it?
I think we leave it there. I don't want to know anymore. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry I was asking questions.
We've got a little
Mark.
something planned for one of you
right.
a little after the interview, so
Sweet.
we'll show you a stunt.
Whoa, Mark, you pinpointed RD, so I think we might have to go with that. It's his lucky day. He normally doesn't get to do much of the stuff. Arnold and I pretty much dominated, so it looks
Oh
like
my
it's going to be our
gosh.
day today.
Well,
Bring a
today's mine.
microphone so you can hear him squeal.
Wonderful.
Oh, there's squealing involved. Great.
What are you going to do to him, Cameron? Does this involve the bedroom setting, or are we taking him outside?
No, he has to buy me a couple of drinks before that.
Wow.
Sweet. All right, let's do this.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thanks again, guys.
I'm looking forward to this. RD, it's your